Hey, it's Maren, and gotta check my dates again. I can't do a fucking intro properly. Hey, it's Maren, and this is the astrology and tarot forecast for the week of September 15th through the 21st. Hope my dates are right. So we'll start out with the tarot, do a little Celtic cross spread, see what comes up through that. Then we'll move on to the astrology for the week, looking at the transits, and finally round things out with an oracle deck spread for more guidance. So let's get started. Let's get right into the tarot for today. I'm using just the good old Rider-Waite-Smith deck. I felt called to go back to the basics for this week, so I'm gonna shuffle the cards, see what comes up. So we'll start out going one by one with each card, seeing what each little component of this reading is coming up for us as. So the first card we'll look at here underneath, long nails, is we actually have the Four of Wands reversed, and it represents the situation at hand. So the Four of Wands upright deals with an increase of beauty, of enjoyment, of filling up our kind of like joyful cup, basically. And with it reversed, the meaning actually remains unaltered for this card. So the situation that we're dealing with is actually one of good, proper, like just fun in general, which is that's nice to hear about the situation coming up for this week. Oh, side note, I actually have the devil card on my shirt. No devil came up in this reading, but one of my faves represents Capricorn, which, you know, I'm partial. Second card is the cross or companion to the situation card, and we have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is someone who is devoted to holding space for emotional success. So whether that's us or someone in our lives this week, there's someone, and I think this is representing someone else because it is the cross card, there's someone holding space for us to fill our emotional cup this week. The third card deals with the potential for the situation, and we have the Nine of Swords reversed. The potential for this situation might be that we get embarrassed or ashamed of what's happening. Let's look at the other cards to see what exactly this could mean. This fourth card is the unconscious reason for the reading, and we have the World. So the World is associated with the planet Saturn. It represents how we think the world is, or the real world and the rules are. So I think that we're concerned with acting in the right way as we perceive the world to need us to act, whether or not that's actually in our best interest. The fifth card is the recent past, and we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. So there's been some kind of delay, basically. There's something, we haven't gotten like the fruits of our labor, or what we think that we put in work towards. We haven't gotten that yet, so we're dealing with impatience from the past. The sixth card is the future coming out of this reading. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. Lots of reversed cards today. So Ace of Wands reversed indicates that our joy is clouded, or that we aren't really going to come to the full culmination of what is making us joyful. There's some kind of delay still in process for us getting what we want. This seventh card is literally us. It's the person getting the reading, us in the situation, and we have the Nine of Cups reversed. So even with it reversed, this Nine of Cups inverted card deals with being truthful or loyal. So whichever situation that we're a part of or what's happening this week, we're actually remaining truthful and loyal, and it seems like the delays are on the part of another person. This eighth card is our influences in the situation, and we have the Four of Swords. So our surroundings with this card are indicated as being, we're kind of a hermit, or this week is more about going within, and that it's not really going to be one of like hustle and bustle getting things done. I think this has to do with the delay still. The ninth card is our hopes and fears, and we have the Knight of Wands. So I think with the Knight of Wands, what we're wanting to get out is some type of spontaneous change. We want our surroundings, our energy, our life to be changed somehow and excited. And with that, the fear is that things will change too much or get a bit out of control. Finally, the outcome card is Temperance. So this is a really appropriate card, I think, as the ending card, because Temperance is about basically mixing like water with wine so you don't get too fucked up. Like that's what it's referring to, is just a balance of just enough fun and just enough keeping things under control. And I think that's what we're going to learn this week is this delay and this diving in are both two extremes. It's about finding the mixture of both pleasure and keeping things grounded, and that's really the outcome more so than any one result. So with the tarot out of the way, let's look at the astrology for the week to really understand how this is happening on a day-to-day level. So starting out on Sunday the 15th, the moon in Aries will trine Ceres, which is an aspect of supreme harmony, allowing us to really nourish ourselves. It's really harmonizing yang action with yin nourishment. But the moon will then square Saturn, which does add a bit of harsh sobering, reminding us that there is work to do along the way and that it can't all be, softness. And there needs to be some action and learning the balance of that along the way. On Monday the 16th, the moon in Aries will then square Pluto, which really asks us to find peace with the search for control. I think with this situation, we're wanting to get something done here and now and just want someone to cooperate or want a situation to cooperate. And it's about the harmony of letting go of that need for controlling someone else. The moon is void for the rest of the day. It will make no more aspects while it's in Capricorn. So allow plans to unfold, without reservation and simply let them be while it's in Aries. So allow your plans to unfold without reservation, like let the day be how it needs to be. Mercury opposes Chiron as well today, so this is an aspect of self-deprecation or the possibility to really be down on the communication of how you treat yourself. Watch on how you use your words on this Monday. On the 17th, Tuesday, Venus opposes Chiron, which really leads to doubts about the stability of our relationships or our value structures and makes us wonder if things are really worth it for us and our emotional investments. The moon then conjoins Uranus, which further just confuses things and adds more instability and surprise to our value structures, our feelings for the day. So Tuesday is definitely a whirlwind of a day, basically. So remain open rather than reactive, just to receive on Tuesday. Don't make any major decisions on Tuesday. Wednesday the 18th, Saturn will actually station direct. So wherever Saturn is in all of our charts, the new lessons will be underway. Instead of looking back at old lessons, we really will get the new lessons, the new challenges, the new boundaries set for us. As a collective, Saturn moving direct means kind of like full steam ahead to see what the hell is next. So setting new boundaries wherever it's transiting for us, setting new boundaries as a collective for how we deal in relationships. Reflecting on how far we've come and remaining realistic on the heights that we have yet to reach in terms of real, tangible, practical results. The moon, Mars, and Pluto then form a grand Earth trine, which will keep us grounded as we plan for the future with Saturn, good old Saturn moving direct. Thursday the 19th, it opens with a Sun-Moon trine and a Mars-Pluto trine, so that's really awakening all the both active and passive energies in us to start the day on the right foot of giving and receiving in positive service and positive self-empowerment. Thursday the 19th really starts out with positive action orientation. The moon does enter Gemini, so the thoughts will definitely move into the brainstorming area more than the physical action area throughout the rest of the day. Really will ascend into the mind space. But the Mars-Uranus square may have us very anxious or very hesitant to, act carefully. It may lead us to accidentally pull the trigger when we're too scared to make a decision. Friday the 20th, the moon will trine Mercury, bringing emotional investment into our logical decision making. So Friday the 20th is a better time to actually formulate those decisions than Thursday. The Gemini moon will oppose Jupiter and square Neptune, so this might be activating the possibly delusional quest we all personally have for expansion each in our individual lives. So depending on our charts, there's definitely one area of life or a connection of areas where we are deluding ourselves. We're having these huge dreams that might be delusions, and we need to ground those in and use that powerful Jupiter-Neptune dream to reach new heights mentally, not necessarily think that we are there to reach them physically right now. So be aware of that on Friday the 20th. Saturday the 21st, it's the third and final Jupiter-Neptune square. So over the course of 2019, there's been 3 Jupiter-Neptune squares, which are this aspect of go big or go home. Like, the dreams cannot get any bigger. And on one hand, that is so beautiful because there's areas of life that we are harnessing with all of our might and really believe that we can do all the things in. And on the other hand, I don't want to say we're wasting our time, but there might be different avenues that really do benefit us better. I am all for focusing on like the highest, biggest, exponentially greatest route. But there's also a route of self-sacrifice on that way that isn't actually serving us, and being really honest with what we're trying to get out of what we're trying to get. The moon curls into Cancer later that Saturday, which will probably draw us back into considering our ideals from the inside out. And that is what we need to do here, is consider our ideals from the inside out. Learn the temperance of where do my dreams and where does practicum combine for supreme satisfaction, because that really is where satisfaction comes, when the dreams can be realized in a way that is like, whoa, the world accommodated my thoughts and my imagination in that way. Cool. So with that being said, let's get into drawing the Work Your Light card spread. This is my favorite card deck. It allows for really beautiful guidance. So we'll do a head, body, heart spread to round out both the tarot and the astrology, because I can really see where this is going. So starting with the head card here, we have Trust Your Path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So with the Trust Your Path being our head, our mental card for this week, we really need to trust that what we're doing does not have to appeal to any structure, does not have to appeal to any rule book, and that the rule book we're probably fearing is that of self-imposed boundary in the first place, and that more so than anything this week, it's simply about trusting in moment-to-moment decisions that aligning with your best, easiest feeling makes the most sense. It's not what, hyper obsessing over the logical decision is. It really is in these small little decisions what actually makes the most sense, trusting that path. Body card we have is Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. My neighbor is so fucking loud, I'm so sorry. This week might have us really serious or really down on ourselves to fix everything in our life, fix the people, the way that we interact with the people, try to get things down to like a science. Maybe we just need to dance. Like, physically, I think this is telling us to dance. And as someone who kind of is terrified by dancing or has been in the past, because I'm like Mars, Saturn square natally, like, don't make me have fun or move. Like, I'm just curled up. Maybe we do need to take a breather, take things less seriously, trust the path, and dance with life. Finally, our heart card is Answer the Call. What is your soul calling you to do? With our heart being asked to follow a soul's call, I think that this has to do with taking the action ourselves while also being open to receiving what that action is. So if we're tired of delays with another person or with attracting what we want, maybe we meet the universe halfway. We put a little more effort into vibrating in a certain way or with certain mannerisms, and we see where that gets us, answering the call to what lights our fire to do while still being in a mode of receptivity. And I think that's the beauty of this week, is allowing things to come to us and meeting the universe halfway. That's the temperance, that's the watering down the wine a bit with our own efforts. So I hope this was helpful. If you did find it helpful, like, subscribe, do all the things, and check out my readings below. I'm an astrologer and would love to read for you. Otherwise, I will see you next week.